This jar of dirt has made me $400,000. Now you might say, what is this guy talking about? Are you crazy? What is in there? Is it like gold? Is there a genie inside? No, the truth is this glass represents a real estate deal that I've done that made me $400,000. Now I'm going to tell you about that deal in just a second, but before I can tell you about that one, I gotta tell you about these two other jars of dirt, because together they're going to give you a great picture about how land flipping works and how you can make the same thing from home. So let's go with jar number one, where we made $80,000. We bought this property, 40 acres outside of a small town in a little bit more rural area, under contract for $3,700. And then we actually used our own money to buy it. And then we could have sold that property for probably about $25,000 cash. And after closing costs, we would have made $20,000 on that deal. However, in this case, we chose a different path. In this case, what we did is we went down to the county and we decided to split that lot into 5 lots. So what we did is we first split off the top half, 20 acres, and then the bottom half we split into 4 properties of 5 acres each. Then what we did, we sold off the top part for about $20,000. So interestingly, in land that often happens, particularly in rural areas, that 20 acres doesn't sell for much less than 40 acres. So the 40 acres, as mentioned, we could have sold for $25,000. The 20 acres we ended up selling for $20,000. So therefore now we had made already about a $16,000 profit. The next thing is, though, we took in the bottom 4 properties and sold them each with seller financing for about $17,000 when all the money was in. As a result, if you do 17 times 4, that is 34, that's $68,000. This lot together made us over $80,000. Now tell me if you can find another asset class where you can buy something for $3,700 and then make $80,000 in pure profits out of it. You won't find it. Land is the best asset class there is, and this jar represents that. Now let's move on to jar number 2. This jar made us actually $86,000, but could have actually made us as much as $150,000. Now here's how this worked. So this is a property beautiful property in a small town with gorgeous views on a hill overlooking the mountain ranges in the area. I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking property. The thing is, this property was owned by a gentleman that just for any reason did not want the property anymore. As a matter of fact, he had some negative association with the ownership of it. It used to belong to like a relative of him that he didn't like. He kind of got it, and every time he thought of the lot, he thought of that relative, but it's just like he didn't want to have that negative association anymore. As a result, he literally gave that property to us for $1,875. Now the county assessed value was over $60,000, but he didn't care. And that's very typical again in land flipping, that once a seller makes up their mind that they just don't want to have it anymore, they give it away sometimes for free, sometimes for $5, sometimes for $5,000. And in this case, $1,875 for a property that had a county assessed value of $60,000 and was worth more than $100,000. So what we did with this property, we immediately put it up for sale, and we actually sold it for $86,000 on a seller financing deal. Now with that deal, the buyer paid us down 20% as a down payment. So in this case, we had paid $1,875 and we received a $17,200 down payment. Now, is that a good deal on its own? Yes. But on top of it, now we had a loan outstanding, and the loan was almost $69,000 on that deal. Now, on the monthly payments were just under $1,000 with about 13% interest rate. So it was a fantastic deal. So if that buyer would have paid all the monthly payments all the way through, we would have made over $150,000 on that deal. But something else happened. The buyer actually decided after only a few monthly payments to pay us off. So he just basically paid the remaining $68,000, and in essence, we received just over $86,000 on that deal. Now, I would have liked to receive the extra interest, but am I gonna be mad to just get an $86,000 check total after buying this property for just under $2,000? Of course, I'm not getting that mad. That was one of our most fantastic deals out there. Now, this is how we do deals. We do deals cash, we do deals seller financing. But now let's move on to the big one. $400,000 in profits. Want to know how it works? Here's how it worked. All right, so this was a very, very special deal because it wasn't just one property that we flipped for the $400,000. It was actually 110 lots that we got for the whopping amount of $10,000. If you break it down by the per lot basis, that's under $91 a lot. Yes, I'm not kidding, $91 for each lot. Now, these lots were, of course, not custom home, multi-million-dollar lots. They were smaller lots in a more rural area, but it's 110 of them. And so we turned around, and after buying them, we actually paid for them. We put them out individually and in small groups, and we sold them for an average of $4,000 per property. Now, 4,000 times 110 is $440,000. So minus a little bit of cost of marketing and other things, we made over $400,000 on this property. Now, these charts of dirt are filled with dirt from the area or from the lots, because eventually we wanted to go look at these lots where we make $400,000 or where we make $86,000 or $80,000. And these are some of the lots that we actually visited in person. And when we went there, we filled them up with dirt, and now they make for a good memento and a good memory of these kind of deals. You're probably wondering, how long did it take to get these deals done? Well, this one literally was selling in a matter of a couple of weeks. This one, it took about a 6-week process, 6 to 8 weeks for the county to approve the splitting of the lot into 5, and then they were sold in a matter of the next 6 to 8 weeks. Now, this one, provided that it had so many properties, 110 properties, all in the same subdivision, all in the same area, brought up a different kind of challenge, because you don't want to just put out 110 lots on the market, on the MLS, all at the same time. You basically would destroy your own market. You would provide oversupply in the market. So what we did is we sometimes grouped them in groups of 6 and sold them as one. Sometimes we put individual properties out there. So we trickled them into the market. And each time we put them out there, it took 2 to 6 weeks for them to sell. So these ones probably took us about 9 months to get them all sold. But hey, within the 9-month period, are you okay with making $400,000 trickling out over 110 properties? Or in these ones, within a matter of 4 to 6 weeks or 2 to 6 weeks, making $80,000 and $86,000? I sure think so. Now, this is all stuff that we teach our students from all over the world. And on top of it, they can do this 100% remote from anywhere in the world. Now, I'm not promising you success, but we already have created over 1,000 millionaires, and we recently upped that goal to 10,000 millionaires in the next 5 years. And I would love for you to be one of our millionaires. So if that sounds attractive, then simply click on the link in the description below this video, and I'll see you there. If you guys enjoyed this video, please comment below. And if you enjoy this kind of video, also make sure you leave us some comments about that. Then don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. And also, if you want to watch more land-related videos, make sure you click right here, because the next video is waiting for you. See you there.